Hi Aquarius, with a weekly reading for the sign of Aquarius. This reading could resonate with anyone who has Aquarius strongly in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. There will be an extended reading after this, and we will also dig deeper into love and money. So that's the plan here. Let's go ahead, Aquarius, and dig into the week of, looking at the week. Whew. There's just, I can't do that. There's too many. One at a time. Just one at a time is best for me. One at a time. There we go. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands for Aquarius. Eight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's here. Let's see what's here for the next week. Let's see what's here. Let's see what group of Aquarius people I'm going to be connecting into. Never really know before I start. Jeez. That's just too many. What was this group? Let me shuffle this part over again. Whew. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what's here. Ten of Swords. I felt that. It's here for Aquarius for the next week. It's here for Aquarius for the next week. Page of Pentacles. Not bad. Here was for Aquarius for the next week. Okay, let's get this laid out and see what's here, Aquarius. Starting off the week in the Ace of Pentacles. Starting off the week in the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups here. We have the Two of Pentacles on its side. And the Three of Wands and the Three of Swords. It's connecting into the Three of Swords. Second row, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Great. Ten of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. The bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. All right, Aquarius. As you're moving into this week, you are in the Knight of Pentacles position. So you're staying strong throughout this process for yourself. And really using your strength and tenacity. And I would say, Aquarius, it's a Knight of Pentacles energy. So there's some real grit here, Aquarius, that you've been stepping into. And you are moving the situation forward. If by only through your hard work and your own tenacity and your own belief in yourself, that could be it. But you are moving forward into a better position. It is slow, it is hard, but you are making it work. And I feel, Aquarius, that you are seeing results of this. The Knight of Pentacles does usually, that is the quality of the Knight of Pentacles. When it moves forward and when you take action in this kind of a way, usually does bring in some significant progress. So I think, Aquarius, you are in a position of gathering yourself, or gathering monies around you, or gathering real progress, stepping into real progress here. You're moving into the week in the Ace of Wands. So there's something that you're using a lot of strength, a lot of empowerment to push back something. You're pushing the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you're pushing that wheel. You're pushing it forward. It's not going forward because the universe is open to it and guiding it forward and everything is hunky-dory. No, like you're taking your strength. You're taking what you have within yourself and pushing that wheel the heck forward, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. You are making this happen, Aquarius. You and your strength and the abilities that you have to stay strong in the face of diversity, you are making this happen. And it's exciting, but it's more of your strength, like the strength that you have in you. That's what I'm feeling here. That's what I'm feeling here, Aquarius. And as you enter into this week, I think you really are in a place of attraction. I mean, when I look at this Ace of Wands, there's something quite attractive about the empowerment that this individual has. And the strength that's contained within the arms. And the belly that's, connected into the future with so much vitality. The stance that this person has. As you can see, like the door is closed. Like your force, your energy, your tenacity is what's really opening this door. Because it does seem like there is something to do here. And it does feel like you're pushing this wheel forward. You yourself are pushing this wheel forward. You could even feel like you were stopped by some unseen force. Or there's some unseen force that's slowing this down or creating some sort of an obstacle. But Aquarius, it's here for you. I think that's what this message is, even though it seems difficult, even though it seems like it's so hard to get this going, there is progress here. There is movement here. And I would say over, the first half of this week, I think you are really realizing and taking notice of how much this frees you up to focus on what's really, truly important for you, Aquarius. You have moved yourself away from a lot of the hardship of the past. You have walked away from a lot of the cares, a lot of the concerns, and a lot of the focuses that you've had that really have not been worthwhile for you. And you're walking forward into a new freedom now. And the Eight of Cups comes with a lot of emotional turmoil. So while you're using a lot of strength and forcing this forward, it also comes with a certain amount of emotional instability because you are walking into the unknown. That's what the Eight of Cups is. Eight of Cups is letting go of pleasures and pursuits that you have focused on, and moving forward into something new. And when you release those old pleasures and those old pursuits, you release all of the rewards that could potentially come from them. So you let go of what you had your grip on before, and you move forward into something new. And it comes with risk. It comes with a feeling of being vulnerable. Other people can pick at you. Other people can critique you. Other people can worry about you. It's a big move, Aquarius. It's a big move. And it doesn't just affect you. It affects other people around you. I think, Aquarius, we have this Two of Pentacles on its side, moving into the Three of Swords. So, there has been a significant story here of delay, of continual efforts being put into something, but that it really progresses along at its own slow pace. It's something that you're dealing with, Aquarius, that's slow, it's rigorous, but ultimately, as you move forward, the goal is to make your way fully out of the old situation, right? I just see you in a transformation in this week. You have the strength to do this, and there is a situation that's becoming new again. That's for sure. And I think you are starting to see some of those betterments come in for you. Is it hard? Is it emotional? Is it destabilizing? Does it feel scary? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. But I would say, Aquarius, that by the middle of this week, you have really made significant progress. And I feel like you are seeing the ending to the old story. you are seeing the ending to the new story. And by the time you get to the end of the week, you're in an energized place. You feel stronger than you have before. You're full of energy and vitality. And I really think that this old situation isn't holding you back anymore. In fact, you're moving into the Page of Pentacles as well. So you're excited about your progress this week. Some sort of improvement is coming in with finances. And I do think that these decisions you've made to pull out of some of the old obligations, some of the old cares that you had, some of the old concerns that you had, I really think that you're starting to appreciate the quiet, the freedom of mind, and the ability that you have to really focus on what is actually going to be fruitful for you. So we do see you in a passion position at the end of this week, and moving into some new stability here that you might not have felt for some time. The Two of Pentacles is on its side, covered by the Page of Pentacles. So you are seeing some signs and symbols that this is a situation that is becoming much more stable for you, and it does feel good. And I think, Aquarius, you're going to take anything that can provide some sort of sign and some sort of betterment is a great relief. And so even though maybe you haven't had all of it solved by the end of the week, or maybe there's still some more work to be done, I do feel like there is a potential to really move into a healing space where you're starting to understand and to see the reality that the pain that was here before is really not so bad anymore. It's not so hard anymore. Things are getting better in your reality, which does allow you to start digging into this hurt and this wounding that has been lingering here in the throat chakra. There is pain here that lingers in the throat chakra and down into the middle of the heart center, which will eventually need to be cared for. It will eventually need to be cared for, but right now, the focus is on really making sure that you're going to be okay financially and health-wise over the next period of time. And then once you know that you're okay and you can see the rebuilding back, then you can really focus when you're in a more stable position where you're not so worried about some sort of survival or some sort of great loss. Then you can start to really focus in and hone in on healing the wounds and the bumps and the bruises that this journey has brought to you. So I do think, Aquarius, that this is a week that's going to be action-packed. It's going to show you the rewards of the changes that you have been making in the way that you focus your time and the way that you apply your emotions to what you're doing. And I do think that there are clear improvements here that are coming in. By the end of the week, you're stronger than you have been before. There's new signs of improvement here for you. And I think this continual day-by-day suffering is really going away, Aquarius, and in comes a bright new light. And that's how I feel it's going to continue forward as you move into. Really interesting to see how the extended reading comes out, because I think you're on as some sort of a I think you've come out of the bottom of this and are moving into a much more prosperous place in life. Is this about love? It could be. It could be about love. It could be about relationships and love. Absolutely, because Ace of Wands is passion. If it is, this is really moving forward and pushing yourself forward into something new and stable after a period of unfulfillment and hardship. So, but for many of you, this is career, this is money, this is overcoming disappointment at past jobs, at past ventures, overcoming the disappointment of the promises that have been laid out before us on the golden, on the red carpet, and then never really seeing anything real and tangible come out of those things. That creates a lot of disappointment and disheartedness and resentment, and those kind of qualities, I believe, are the kinds of qualities that are in the process of being eliminated from your energy field. Those kinds of frequencies are inhibited. They inhibit abundance And so I think you're fully aware of what you're doing. You're seeing some real beautiful changes come in here for you. And by the end of the week, you're in a new power position, seeing some really nice improvements coming in here for you and feeling better than you. Your health and your passion is alive and stronger than it has been for a long time. I know I sort of repeated that again. Let's go ahead and dig into some of these real quick here before we move into the extended. Let's go ahead and dig into some of these. Let's go into the Ace of Wands. Help us understand how this Ace of Wands will feel. What are the qualities around this particular Ace of Wands? What are the qualities around this particular Ace of Wands? Hierophant. Chariot. Page of Swords. Page of Wands. Aquarius, there's something here about there could be a new relationship here, or there could be some sort of system that you're connecting into. It could even be a religion that you're connecting into, a government program that you're connecting into. There could be a corporation here. There could be a group of people here that are very similar to you. It just feels like this is something that really brings it helps to foster that can-do spirit. I don't know if there's a system here that fits in quite well with success. This could be a system within a company, or some sort of program within a church group or something. There's something here that really has you excited, and it's just enough. It's just enough that it really helps you push the ball forward here. And I think Aquarius, you're in a place and time that you're very motivated to do this. You're very motivated to do this. And I really feel like you have the alignment right now to really push forward and step into this in a really beautiful, balanced way. There's a lot of momentum here within you and around you for this to take place right now. That said, you know, you're somewhat nervous, and you could have been burned before. You could be, Aquarius, not quite sure how to do this, what to say, what to watch, what to learn. There's a feeling of like real destabilization here. Although, I mean, I think that you're strong now, and it's really time for this. You're really ready for this. It's really time for this. It makes a lot of sense for you. And then we're going into the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Let's understand this Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. This fell in the reverse. I don't like it in the reverse. Here's the Fool energy on the side. You are pushing this forward. You are pushing this forward. There's something it's almost like you're required to do this. There's really not an option, Aquarius. There really is not an option. I think you, in a very strong way, you decide to move forward with this. You might be missing out on some support. You might be forcing this to happen. You might be like, there might be some consequences here emotionally around people that are around you. This could be difficult for you to do. There could be something quite unsettling that you've been going through, Aquarius. You could really be using your last reserves here. Like, I'm on my last leg, but I am going to make this happen, by golly. You know, that kind of energy here. Now, of course, this is just a weekly reading. This is something that's going to happen this week, and these are the only energies I have in front of me. So, of course, I can get really dramatic when I go into this energy. But this could be something of a lighter note, or something of a short-term kind of situation, you know, that you could be experiencing. And then we have the Fool, and this came in the upright. This is something that new that you're doing. You're doing this with a lot of poise, with a lot of experience behind you. It is something new that you're doing. But you're doing this because it's shown you, somehow this Fool energy has shown you before, or if you connected into it before somehow, that it can be successful. But in a way, like it's emotionally destabilizing. There could be a lack of human support here for this. This could be, I just feel like the cup of love is needing some help here. That's why you have the Three of Swords. But right now you're moving ahead. You don't really have an option. In fact, if you're successful, or when you're successful with this, I think this Ace of Cups is going to flip over. This really, truly is what you're needing here. This success here is really what you're needing to help this Ace of Cups go into the upright. Nobody else can do this except for you, I feel. Right? And then you have the Fool card. And now it came in the upright, but every time I put it on, it started in the reverse. Maybe you've hesitated to take action this way because of this Ace of Cups being in the reverse. Maybe you've been waiting for this Ace of Cups to go into the upright before you move forward. But I think you've come to a point in time where you're realizing, you know, this Ace of Cups is still in the reverse. I'm going to move forward because, you know, and I feel like it's this moving forward. There it is in the reverse again. It's this moving forward. Even if the Ace of Cups is in reverse, you have this passion and you have this empowerment within you. And I think it's time. And whether you are feeling healthy or not, whether you're feeling loved or not, you're still moving forward in this, because I really think it's, for so many of you, Aquarius, there's not a whole lot of choice here. I really feel like there's not a whole lot of choice here. But whatever you're doing you're doing it in a really significant way, where you're connecting into some sort of improvement in finances, some sort of money flow. There could be an important gift coming forward that could help you. And you are in a vulnerable position here with the Eight of Cups and this situation that has been very, very hard. Your goal this week, I think, is to push through the pain of the situation, because you do have success on the other side of this, or at least it feels like that to you. And the Wheel of Fortune has turned, and you have this very solid Knight of Pentacles here. I think you're onto something, Aquarius, and I think you know that. The people around you may not know that at all. They might not understand at all what's going on here, because you have been disappointing people here with Eight of Cups. You have been disappointing people. That's what the Eight of Cups does. It starts to feed you what you're needing, and that disappoints the people around you who have been receiving from you this whole time. It's all about energy and where we focus it. Let's look into the Knight of Pentacles here. Looking into the Knight of Pentacles. Looking into the Knight of Pentacles. See, my cards are crooked on the screen. Sorry about that. I just get into the reading and lose track. There's something here you're busy working on. You're creating a system for yourself. You're plugging into some sort of belief system or some sort of tradition that's here. There's something here that you're connecting into that's helping to bring about some sort of strong guidance. But there's something that you're working on that's really, really exciting for you. It has a lot of potential. You're really feeling strongly about this. It's right up into your wheelhouse. It's something that you're excited about doing. It's something that you can do really well. And it seems to fit within some sort of cultural parameter. I mean, you could be connecting in with a government system, with a church system, with a corporation that has its own culture around it. But whatever it is you're doing, it's something that you're working on, and it's something that is connected in with great possibilities for abundance. And you're already starting to see some sort of improvement coming in here. Let's look into the Page of Pentacles and see what is this improvements that are coming in, stabilizing forces that are coming in. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Six of Swords, Two of Wands. Queen of Swords, there you are. I think you're really starting to have some deep confidence of what your understandings are, how you're going to create this process to be efficient for you, to be doable for you, to help you stay regulated, to stay balanced, to stay in an even flow. I feel like there is some sort of decision on how to do this. There could be some sort of a fork in the road here. I think you have decided to move in one direction versus the other. It's something that you're very protective over. You are intimidating. You are strong. It's something that you believe in. Something you're willing to take a risk. You've left a lot of things behind that you once were really into, that you really focused on. You've left a lot of those things behind. Could even be people here. You're moving off on your own here, and this is something that you're really protective of. It's required of you to make some really strong decisions for yourself. And it's taken a while for you to build the confidence, build the know-how, and build the understanding that's bringing you into a more... what did I say before? Like a more pleasant and reliable experience. Queen of Swords. So you're very much in a defensive position over this. Let's go into the Eight of Cups just briefly before we're done. This will be the last one we go into. Moving into the Eight of Cups. Moving into the Eight of Cups. Ten of Cups. Knight of Wands, Death energy. I mean, there was a group of people here, or there is a group of people here that is part of this Eight of Cups. Something that brings you a lot of happiness. That's what's hard about this. Something here, a group of people here that bring you a lot of happiness, that bring you into their fold. There's been some sort of moving away from that here, Aquarius. You have also the Knight of Wands. There's something that you're very passionate about. You're willing to move forward into something because the time is right, because you have the strength, because it's a way forward, because it's a part of the solution to this situation. You have the strength to do it. It might seem folly to other people. It might seem fast and furious to other people. But remember, you're in this Knight of Pentacles space. So you're making some real careful and strong choices here. Other people might have a different perspective. The Death energy, this is something that you may not have had a choice in. You may not have had a choice. That's what I'm learning about the Death energy. It's something that you usually don't choose. right? You usually don't choose it. It's something that comes in, it affects your life, it takes over in some way, it takes control in some way, and ultimately, sometimes it requires a total release to be able to move forward again into a new experience. And with the death energy that's here, I really feel like this is something that happened to you that you really don't have a choice in. It's something that you're overcoming. It's something that you're dealing with, something that you're stepping forward into some sort of new path is coming here, Aquarius. It has to be after the death energy. There's some kind of new birthing that's coming here, a new level, a new capacity, a new mindset, a new way of being, a new ferocity, a new independence. I mean, you really are moving forward into your own, independence movement, your own inner and outer revolution. So you're bucking against the tide here is what you're doing. And Aquarius, one way or the other, I don't think you had a choice. Nevertheless, you're moving through this in a very beautiful way. It's hard though, Aquarius. Okay, I am moving to the extended now. We're going to take the situation forward. In addition to the second reading, I am going to pull cards for money and for love for Aquarius for the next few weeks. All right, Aquarius, thank you all very much. Also, a reminder, I am doing personal readings. I think those readings, I have them starting at $20, moving up into $180. There's a lot of different options there. So if you do have any questions that have been bugging you, and you want to reach out and see if a reading will help, I'd be happy to do that for you. All right, my friends, thank you all very much for being here. It's always a pleasure to read for Aquarius. I'm wishing you guys the best as you step forward into this. Wishing you health and well-being and vitality, and stay strong, stay healthy, and whatever you do, Aquarius, don't get sick. Just don't get sick. All right, my friends, I will see you next week with another weekly reading for Aquarius. Thank you.